What's good, everybody? I'm Helen. This is the podcast. And today I'm super excited. I know you can't see it on my face because but I am very excited because I've been listening to this EP for so long and I have so many questions for this person. So very happy to have her here. lordkez.
Hey. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. You're such
Yeah.
a riot. Because
Thank
before
you.
we started this, I'm like laughing, like mysterious.
So mysterious.
But we're here to uncover the mysterious side
Yes,
and get to
ma'am.
know you a little bit better through your music, right? But before we jump into all of that, this is the podcast, right? So what has made you intrigued? What has made you go recently?
Oh my gosh, what an interesting one. I've been kind of learning about the law of assumption,
Ooh.
which is like a manifestation.
Oh no.
It made me go,
What is the law of assumption?
So, law of assumption is basically assuming that you have everything that you want and kind of like feeling yourself into the reality where your desires are fulfilled. So, I've been like researching it and kind of trying to understand it because I'm a big believer in manifestation and, law of attraction and all of those things. So, that's actually recently made me go,
That's making me go, because it
You
just
know
sounds
what
like
I'm
faith. Like
Yeah.
that's
Very
what it
strong,
is.
very strong
Like,
belief, yeah.
Okay, God.
Yeah.
Great. But okay, cool.
Yeah.
The thing that has intrigued me
Mhm.
is this new EP of yours, You, Me in the 90s. And I grew up in the 90s. I think you were born in the 90s, right?
I was literally born right at the end, so I wasn't even really there.
Were you born in 99?
Yeah, I was born in 99.
Oh my God.
I know.
Your parents must have been freaking out because, like,
Probably.
Y2K.
I
And they were like, are we
know.
going to be alive? Are
I
computers going
know.
to take
Oh my
over?"
gosh, robots, flying cars.
Did they tell you about that time, what it was like for them, like going into the new millennium?
I mean, here and there, you
Yeah.
know. I think my mom was just really excited. My mom is a very free spirit,
Yeah.
so I don't think she was that scared of Y2K.
Yeah.
I think she was just vibing out with it, man.
What a great time. Like, it was
Yeah.
so good. And were you born in the floors?
Yes, I
Okay.
was. So Kimberley's my hometown. I lived there up until I was 16,
Okay.
and then I moved to Abu Dhabi for a little bit,
Oh.
and then I moved back home, and then I moved to Cape Town, and I did a lot of moving around.
Yeah.
And I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What took you to Abu Dhabi?
So my mom is a teacher, and she got a job offer there. So me, my mom, and my sister went.
Yeah.
And it was quite insane. It was a big culture shock. But that's also where I started making music, like seriously. Yeah.
When I think about Abu Dhabi, I've only been once. The two things that come to mind are Formula One
Right.
racing and the mosque that they have there.
Oh, what a stunning mosque.
You and I were talking earlier about like heat. Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
went at a time when it was so hot.
Oh, goodness.
And I was wearing the like covered up garments that they ask you to wear, right? And it was all black.
And you're just absorbing the heat.
I felt like I was gonna have a heat stroke.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
crazy.
That kind of makes me think about like the melody and the music that or the sound that you hear when you associate it with a mosque, right? Were you inspired at all by like Middle Eastern sounds when you started making music in Abu Dhabi?
Thinking about it, I think also coming from such a small place like Kimberley, I know people are going to hate it when I say small place. One time I said I come from a small town called Kimberley. They said it's not a small town.
You have a big hole.
I'm sorry. But I think the entire world opened up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally felt like, oh my gosh, possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
So I think with being in a space where there's so many different cultures, instead of like also like immersing myself within all of them, I kind of like went inward. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, okay, who am I right now? What do I have to give the world? Like, what am I saying? Like, I think I also like, I'm very grateful for that part in my life because it taught me so much, you know.
Yeah.
I used to be a very introverted and like shy person. So also being in a place where there's so many different things happening all the time.
Yeah.
It really encouraged me to just, you know, have a voice.
Yeah.
Like believe in something, say something, express yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And you were
Thank you.
16.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, it was insane.
But going back pre-16, why is it called The Floors? I think I can guess, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Why do you think?
Because it's at the bottom.
Right.
Like you start around the bottom.
I mean, I also don't understand. So it was called Florianville.
Florian.
Right? Florianville, like
Okay.
Florianville.
Okay.
That's like the original name of the place. But it then became Floors, and then it became Floors Township.
Ah.
I don't think it's really at the bottom. I mean, it does
I don't
quite
even
feel
know,
like it.
Like I didn't know it until you.
Yeah.
But I just figured, like, you know, because
Yeah.
most of us grow up in like townships, and you know,
Yeah.
we name them all sorts of things,
Yeah.
right? But I think you're the third person that I know from Kimberley.
Okay.
So you know, you can redeem yourself. That guys,
Thank
it's
you.
not a small town.
It's not
three
that
people
small.
who are famous. Okay.
Wait, who are the other two?
Prover
Okay.
and Gail Mabalane.
Okay.
And the one thing that I know about both of them is when they speak like 14 languages in one sentence.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's like Sotho, Zulu,
The whole
Afrikaans,
mixture, yeah.
all of the things, right?
Yeah.
And when I was thinking about like, oh man, you're also from Kimberley and they're from Kimberley, I was like, I think Aware might be your most Kimberley song.
Oh, 100%.
Because like you have Give Me a Kiss and a Hug, English.
Yes.
Right? You have Dala What You Must.
Amen.
Which I believe is Cape colored, right? Not blanket colored, right? Cape colored Afrikaans slang.
I think it's just colored in general.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So-
think everybody kind of says that.
So like
I might be wrong.
Afrikaans colored slang.
Yeah.
Ngihamba nawe, isiZulu.
Yeah.
All that's missing is like a Sotho one.
I know, in a little Tswana one. Yeah.
Yes. Like, what happened? You dropped the ball.
Listen, I did. Also, my Zulu, like I'm learning. Donnie's busy teaching me.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. But honestly, I have such a big love for languages. Like I find it so beautiful and so interesting. Like if I could speak every language, I literally would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think also with that song, I was honestly just having fun. Like I was just catching a big vibe there.
Yeah. But where did it come from? And I'll tell you why I ask it like that, because
Okay.
I first met you like maybe 5 years ago, like that Chakota era of yours, where it felt like you were really in a dark kind of aesthetic. And so to hear you now, like, be so bright, so like you're saying, you're catching a vibe, like so super South African. Where did Awe come from?
So I think as an artist, I've also given myself an opportunity to explore the depths of artistry. So I did spend some time doing very alternative music. Shakara was a very experimental era. And before that, it was even darker. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a project called Revenge Season.
Yeah.
And that was like my first like big, scary, shocking thing. And I did a little small EP called Juice Box, which is a bit more fun. And then I did Midsummer, which was a kind of like a pre-album vibe. It was like a little bit of like putting my toe in the water, like, hey guys, I'm here, but I'm not. I'm here, but I'm not. And then Testament was also like a sort of rebirth. So I think to also get to a point where you're comfortable with yourself and your sound, you have to go through all of that. I think also there can only be light after darkness. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's constantly what's happening in my music. Like I'm going through something and then I'm coming out of it, and I'm going through something and I'm coming out of it. With Yumi and the 90s, I honestly I wanted to honor my musical roots. You know, like I wanted to make music that felt like home, you know. everything else felt like these abstract concepts that I was finding and searching for and digging out,
Yeah.
which is honestly like it's what I love, Also with Testament being so heavy, also heavy in terms of like content
Yeah.
and what I'm saying and how I'm saying it and the sonics. I really wanted to do something lighthearted. I wanted to sing about love and happiness.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of it. And Aware came about in a very like funny way, because I had like the instrumental. So my friend Jordan Clem, he's the one who produced the entirety of it and mixed and mastered. He sent me like a few ideas, and they were just sitting in my phone, and obviously like I'm playing them when I'm cleaning, when I'm cooking. And I was on a flight back from Cape Town, and I just put it on repeat, because I was just like, no man, something needs to come out of me right now. You know when you have that feeling of you just need to do something?
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, I'm sitting in a plane for 2 hours and I'm gonna lose my mind. Like there's so much going on in my brain, there's so much going on in my heart.
Yeah.
I need to do something. So I was typing, listening, and I know the guy who was sitting next to me was like side-eyeing me a little bit, because I'm just here like but yeah, I honestly feel like this project is it's fun, it's love, it's light.
Yeah.
It's home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot to do in 2 hours. Like to
Right.
come up with an entire
I know.
song.
I mean,
No?
not really.
No?
I mean, like when it just flows, it just does,
So did you write the whole song in that 2 hours, or just like a skeleton of?
So I wrote because it's a story. So I wrote the entire story. And so whenever I write a song, I always kind of write more than what's necessary.
Yeah.
Because my process, like I started out as a poet, so like
I can see it.
Thank you. Thank you. She's a writer. Yeah, so I always start with like, okay, what am I saying? What am I feeling? Like the words come and then the picture comes, and then I just marry them in my brain. So I was telling a story, and then I was just like, okay, how can I make this like, how can I make it pretty? How can I make it big? How can I make it fun, loving? That's how it started. And I was also like, I was really trying to encapsulate everything that I was feeling, which was like that little bit of giddiness, that little bit of like excitement, that like everything you kind of feel when you have a crush.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I want to talk a little bit more about Aware, but I don't want us to lose the moment of like your transformation, right? Because obviously Testament, Summer winning Testament, okay.
Thank you.
Like you said, it was quite heavy, quite deep, right? And it was following a long period of where it felt like even visually you were very dark.
Yeah.
So what is it that actually transformed you? What was it, the crush that made you change into like this really bright person? Like, because I can see it, and I don't know you that well, but I can see a definite, like, whatever it is that you're doing, keep that.
Oh, thank you.
It's so light, it's so
Thank you so
bright, it's so like contagious even.
Oh, thank you.
So what was the transformation?
So Testament was also like finding God. It was a very deeply spiritual work of art to me. I think it was also kind of like my redemption in a way. I learned a lot about myself through music, and I learned about God in the same way. Like the music is spiritual. So I think after also being at probably the lowest point of my life and my career, where I literally decided that I was going to quit music. I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
What?
It's so much stress. I can't, people's opinions, like sometimes it just gets a lot, And I was going through a really tough time. And that's when Testament came about, and I was searching for something to connect to, because I felt so far from myself. I felt far from everyone around me. I felt far from God, you know. And to kind of like get back to center, I needed to go through that, you know. What's that very cliche saying where like they say something about the only way out of rock bottom is up, something like that. Yeah, that one. So I think also giving myself the grace to learn and to also like feel, you know. That's why Testament is such a special project to me. Like, to me, it doesn't even feel like an album. It feels like a baby. It feels like that's my child that I just sometimes give attention to.
That's like, bad parenting.
Oh yeah. No. That's a joke. But I think also like really trying to figure out what I wanted to say. Because you know, when you have a voice, you have a big responsibility, you know. And the message that I want to preach is love. You know, it fuels me, it inspires me. It's what I write about mostly. You know, it's either like an absence of love or an overflow of love or like a jealous love or a happy love, you know? So yeah, I think that's what I think.
That's so dope. And I'm glad you made it out of the rock bottom, you know. A song that I like from Testament is Beholder. Because, I mean, you know, the mirror and all of that. And I'm just thinking about, like, even how in that song you were starting to add things like the swirlcos. Can you explain to people what that is?
Guys, I can't believe that people don't know what a swirlcos is. So a swirlcos is a pantyhose. It's a stocking. It's a stocking that you just when your hair is done, when your hair is ironed and relaxed or whatever, you turn it in, like you turn it and you put
you swirl the sock. You know, you swirl the coast.
Also it's the bottom of, like, sometimes it's the foot, sometimes it's, you know, the middle part, like it's just, you know, the stocking. So you turn your hair in one direction and you put the swirlcos on, and it keeps the keeps the hair intact. I haven't worn a swirlcos in so long, so now I'm even like, oh my god, that's a real I forgot about that.
But I love that you were adding those things and also talking about how like pretty shouldn't hurt and all of that, because it feels very much like you've come into your own visually and otherwise, right? So back to Awe. There's a line that you say in there, and this happens a lot with the EP for me, where I'm like, I feel like I know what this is, but I'm not able to, like, it's not coming to me. So like you want to pick me up from my mama house. It feels like something I've heard before.
Does it?
Yes.
Thank you.
And I couldn't figure out, like, where. Even the way you say it, it's very like, yes. And I think that that's such an endearing quality to this EP, where I feel like I know this thing. I feel like I know it, but I can't put my finger on, like, oh, it's so obviously this. So when you and Jordan were making this, was it like very clear to you guys that this sonically is the direction that we want to move into, something that's kind of nostalgic but new?
You know, like, so I'm going to be so honest with you. After winning an award for R&B, I was just like, I need to now make the best R&B I've ever made in my life.
That's smart.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, okay, you guys are telling me I'm good at this, so now I'm going to prove to everybody how great I am, you know? But it came about in such a natural way, so organic, because he played me like an array of different like instrumentals and beats, and the ones that I was drawn to were the ones that sounded like they were made in the 80s and the 90s. And I think after like making a few ideas, it was kind of very evident that this is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like everything just it just took form, really. I know it sounds like insane, but it's really like how it like happened. I think in terms of like, you know, that nostalgic feeling, I was very intentional with that. Like, everything that I say in there is true. Like, there's not one thing there that is made up. It's just things that we all feel and we all go through.
Yeah.
You know, I think in a world where things are so up in the air, we're constantly searching for comfortability. You know, and I find most comfortability music. Like,
Yeah.
I find so much, like, you know, love and comfort and warmth in something that reminds you of like a simpler time, something that reminds you of home. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. And You, Me in the 90s is such a fire title.
Thank you.
Like, how did you land on that? Because you could have gone anywhere with R&B, with you going, okay, I must make a great R&B album.
Oh, yeah.
You could have gone in any direction. Why that one?
So it was actually insane. Jordan actually kind of set the tone for it, because the song You, Me, and the 90s was actually called You and Me, but in the 90s.
Aww.
So he named the beats You and Me, but in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it just encapsulated everything, because it's just like, it's You and Me and the 90s. And it was literally just me and Jordan and these 90s beats.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I think, you know, in the pop culture moment that we're in, when someone thinks about 90s, right?
Yeah.
Typically, they'll think about the intersection of R&B and hip hop.
Yeah.
So you'll think 90s and think Bad Boy Records. You'll think Mary J. Blige, all of that, right? But I was so pleasantly surprised to see, except for this title track, you don't actually do a lot of like hip hop intersection.
Yeah.
I mean, you're rapping on You, Me in the 90s, right? But even the way that you're singing My Baby is like very not hip hop.
Yeah.
So why did you want to only rap here and then the rest of it be like Womack and like Ashford and Simpson and that?
You know, I grew up also listening to rap because my dad was very into it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a part of me that I can't really run away from, no matter how hard I try.
Yeah.
Recently I told myself I'm never gonna rap again because I only rap when I'm angry. You
Really?
know? Yeah, just like Testament was like that. Like when I was spitting heavy, it was because I was actually going through it. But I think that on that specific song, it's what the song needed. You know, because it's such a it's a little bit of a ballad, you know. And instead of taking it all the way, I also felt like I need to make this like more me. Also, you know. Yeah, I think it was honestly just what the song needed. I wanted something that people can also remember. I felt like it was a very memorable little thing to do in such a like stunning, like such a R&B song. It's just like instead of getting a rap on it, I'm literally just gonna spin.
But even that, the way you sing My Baby sounds like something I know. It sounds like, you know what I mean? And I guess like I kind of want to lean into how you know that that's what those things sound like, because you were born at the end of the 90s, right? When we were going into a more pop-oriented kind of R&B. And for you, like, did you make a reference playlist when you were making this album? Did you just draw back from like growing up in the floors? Like, how did you know that like this is supposed to sound like this? Is what I'm asking making sense?
Yes. I'm thinking about it. So I'm not gonna lie, like the music that I'm making now is the music that is most natural to me. Like it literally feels like my core, like my foundation.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, oh, I'm studying how to like do like the only like reference that I had is the feeling. You know, like also I think Whitney Houston was also a big inspiration growing up. Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson were like really big ones for me.
Yeah.
And my mom used to listen to a lot of India Arie and a lot of Brandy and a whole lot of Whitney.
I feel like your mom and I are the same age. Like, why is this her musical taste?
No, my mom's so cool. My mom is the best. But I think in terms of like referencing it, it was more the feeling, you know, like the feeling of feel like the feeling of the feeling. What am I saying? Yeah, I also like I was very intentional with how I was saying things and the way that I was saying them because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. You know, if I'm going to say the project is Yumi and the 90s, it's not going to sound like Yumi and the 2000s, you know. So I think having that like that foundation, that like my first memory of music being like the greatest love of all.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite easy to like tap into that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about music is, speaking about you tapping in, like you can find yourself in it, in something that exists, right? And then make something new.
For sure.
I'm thinking about like Boogie, Get Down. The way you started off, right? Like you say, does she want to get down? Which obviously then reminds us of Kool and the Gang.
Okay.
So what you want to do? You want to get down?
What you want to do? Okay, yes, I know that one.
And then it also kind of leans into fantasy, but
Okay.
not the Earth, Wind, and Fire
Fantasy.
version. Oh,
Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, you see, I know the numbers. I just the
I love that
names.
you said numbers. Oh, I'm so South African. But like the way that you do the Boogie Get Down, your version, doesn't feel like the Earth, Wind, and Fire version, which is obviously
Okay.
like more soul and
Right.
whatever. It feels like the Black Box version,
Okay.
which is more disco. Like
Okay,
it's the same
yeah,
song,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that
I feel
disco kind of feel. And it kind of made me think about like when, like let's say it's 2035. Now you have this body of work, like a bunch of albums. Album is a big word for you, but a bunch of albums under your belt. Like, what are the kinds of songs that you feel like you want to find yourself in this kind of meta lane where people can say, that sounds like lordkez?
Right.
Yeah, like what are the 3 songs you currently have that you feel like you would want people to reference?
Okay, so definitely Aware. Definitely Trap Phone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Trap Phone is my favorite.
Yeah.
And You Me in the 90s. I think I'm setting myself up right now
Yeah.
for some crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Trap Phone as
Thank
well.
you.
My dude and I were actually listening to this EP on a long drive, and then we were like, "Oh, it's over. Oh, okay, let's start over again." But we were talking about Trap Phone specifically because the sound you're using is an old phone.
Yes.
But a trap phone is very your generation. It's very,
yeah.
And he was like, so is she hiding this guy? Why is it a trap phone? Like, why must you
Right?
call me on a trap phone? So tell us.
So Trap Phone is about trapping somebody.
Okay.
It's actually about marriage.
Oh,
So you know how they say that marriage is a trap
yeah.
and like you know, like prison, I guess. Give me a ring is like a double meaning, like give me a call, but also like, you know. So trap phone, like I'm trapping you, like we locked in. So yeah, there's a whole lot of things happening there.
That's so good.
Thank you.
Because, you know, when we're talking about it, like, you're saying this person should find the time to give you a ring, which you've now explained, right? Like, it's an actual ring. But it also sounds like this kind of we're in the shadows thing. And you're saying you want to make it official.
Yeah.
There's also like this part where you go like, need someone to call me, babe, and then need someone to, which chef's kiss.
Thank you.
Sometimes I feel like we should just have like actual listening sessions.
Oh my gosh,
like,
I love the way you listen to music.
Oh, thanks. But because I feel like I'm trying to describe it for the audience.
Right.
But you have to go and listen to it because what's happening is she's singing the line but then she's quiet so that we can hear the phone ring.
Yeah.
And for me, like those little details are often so missing in today's music.
Yeah.
So why did you want to do that? Because you could have just sang it and then the song ended.
Yeah,
Why
I
did you want to
know.
do that?
You know, like a very wise friend of mine, his name is Mars Baby. He once told me that there's swag in the details. Those were literally his words. And when he said that to me, I was just like, yo, this guy has so much swag.
Yeah.
So now when I write songs, I love adding little details, you know, like I also love memorable moments.
Yeah.
You know, like there's also, I have so much fun doing little quirky things like that, you know.
Yeah.
But also like it was very necessary for me to do that, to tie in the whole thing, to make it very like I'm singing about a song, like I'm singing about a phone,
Yeah.
you know. I get so excited even thinking about it because it's such a technical thing.
Yeah.
We had to get the perfect like phone. We had to make it the perfect like amount of seconds. So yeah, that's like for me, it's kind of fun. For Jordan,
Yeah.
like I know it's a little bit of a schlep because it's like now he's sitting and I'm saying next, 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 and it's like 5 million different types of phones.
Yeah.
But
So you were literally sitting there like, oh, I don't want that 3310 sound. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't want this.
yeah,
Like,
literally.
that's amazing.
Like for me, that's like so much fun.
Yeah.
Because when it comes together, it feels so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's just having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It also even comes through on like when you sing about you want the type of love that you can toast to, and then it's like the cling ching
Yeah,
ching,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's those details
Yeah,
again.
it's like making a movie, like a picture.
Yes.
Like painting the picture, like as you're hearing it.
Yeah.
You know, because now it's just like, oh, there's a phone. Like I can picture like picking up the phone, like
Yeah. And even Trap Phone goes into a song called Love City, and Love City starts with you getting onto the phone.
Yeah.
And I assume you're speaking French.
A little
it's
bit.
Love City, the city of love.
Yes,
Is that why? What are you saying in French there?
So I'm saying Je veux t'aimer. Listen, I'm not a French speaker, but I learned it for the intro of that song.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying I want to love you, and then I'm saying Est-ce que je te manque, which means do you miss me? My pronunciation might be a little bit shaky, but once again, I love languages. Like it's something so beautiful to me. Like being able to like I respect people who can speak so many languages.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can say things in a different way and it sounds different, but it's the same feeling. And like I could have said that in English, you know, but it's like it feels so much more sultry in French, and that's what the song needed essentially. Love City was actually one of the most difficult songs to make on the project because there's a lot of like vocal layering, like shit ton. Oh, sorry. Can I say that?
That's okay.
And it was also one of the songs that we saved for last because at some point somebody deleted the entire project. So
Someone
literally
deleted it?
Yeah.
Why?
I have no idea. We don't know. We don't know what happened.
Take them to prison? Like they must.
I did crash out. I did have a moment. Me and Jordan, we kept joking that it was you, me, and the crash out because the amounts of stress that we went through to make this project also come together was insane. Because we're also both perfectionists, you know. So the project file was missing, and it was very difficult for me to like emulate exactly what it was like the first time. Like there's a lot of like like a little screams here and there, and it, like so many layers that we literally had to do over.
Yeah.
And but it was the most fun song, you know, because it's just a good time.
Yeah.
You know, and I also like I feel like it was a good little like breather. You know, like in the project we needed. Okay, so from our way into Trap Phone, it's like, oh shit, we're here.
Yeah.
You know, Love City's more just like, okay, make yourselves at home.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
did you have to re-record every song because it was deleted, or just this one song?
So, how I work is I do demos.
Okay.
And it was also very difficult because there's just a certain vibe that you put into a song when you make it, you know, and it's very difficult to emulate that,
Yeah.
you know. And for me, it was all about the feeling and how the song makes you feel.
Yeah.
Like it was above everything, and I don't care about how it sounds, if it's off pitch. How are we feeling?
Yeah.
You know. So it was difficult to like have to put myself back there and like get into that feeling, even if I was having a bad day.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, we re-recorded the entire song, and I feel like it's a bit better than the original. But yeah, I wrote Love City when I was actually in Paris for the first time. I was there for a day, funny
Yeah?
enough. I was literally in Paris for a day, and I was just like, okay,
Why?
I need to make the most of it. I need to go see the Eiffel Tower. I need to write a song. So I was on tour.
Okay.
I was on tour with Mikasa, which was an absolute like life-changing experience.
Wow.
And I was in the hotel room all by myself, and I was sad. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the city of love, and there's nobody here to hold me. You know, like I'm saying, everything that's in that project is fact.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
yeah.
And even how you say like, if that person closes their eyes, then they'll miss you because
Yeah.
you're on tour.
Literally.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
Thank you.
I didn't know this whole backstory.
Yeah.
But it literally feels like, yeah, man, it feels like we're in the city of love with you. It feels very, I was even joking that Trap Phone into Love City feels like, you know, those 90s movies, like Bloodsport or something,
Right,
where
right,
someone is always like on the pier, they're walking on the pier, and they're wearing a leather jacket or something. You know, like that kind of energy.
I feel
of
that,
like,
yeah.
And they're like longing for some. It
Yearning.
feels, yeah. It feels like that. So that definitely came through. But you were also just in Paris like last month, basically.
Yeah.
What did Kelly Rowland say to you?
Oh
in
my gosh.
Paris?
So crazy situation. She told me that she loves Yumi in the 90s.
Aww.
She heard it and she loved it, and I honestly, nothing in the world could have prepared me for her to say that. You know, like I was prepared for everything else besides that.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, thank you. It's, you know, nobody will really understand like what a big deal that was to me. Also, because Dilemma was the reference for the video for Awe.
Oh, that's so great.
Like it was really such a like crazy full circle moment. To also be in the presence of such an icon.
Yeah.
You know, I adore her and I respect her so much, and it was really amazing.
That's so awesome.
I know, yeah.
I feel like the natural question is like, did you write after that?
Right.
Did you write? Oh no.
First of all, I wanted to throw up. I was so nervous. I think I did. On my trip, I wrote one song.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, yeah, it was. I mean, I'm just sorry. I'm just replaying it back in my brain because that's something so insane. Okay. But yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you wrote because, you know,
I did,
like you were saying about feelings and putting feelings into a song.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. After Love City is One Way Ticket, right?
Yes.
Which also,
thank you.
Really love that song. And I feel like the way you talk about someone wanting to take you on this trip, and it's a trip to nowhere. Tell me about this song.
So, you know when you're on the way out, that's what that song is about.
Yeah.
I'm such a lover girl, really. Yeah. And when I'm in love with someone, I devote myself to them. I devote my time to them.
Yeah.
I literally let love just fully take over. Such a lover girl, really.
Yeah.
And I think I was in a situation where that just wasn't really reciprocated, you know. And I was on the way out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just know. And you know, like I do understand that people come into your life for many different reasons, and we need to acknowledge that, you know. Yeah. One Way Ticket is about putting yourself first, essentially. It is a little bit of a heartbreak song. It's
Yeah.
actually the only song that has a little bit of an undertone of heartbreak.
Mm.
But I also feel like as women, we have this very strong intuition where it's like we just know that something's just not gonna work out,
Mm.
you know. And that's essentially what that song is, because it's like I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm out. But obviously also in a very lighthearted manner. Like, let's just sing about a plane and a ticket. Like,
Yeah.
but One Way Ticket was actually one of the first songs that I made when making Yumi in the 90s. So it also kind of set the tone. Because it's just brutal honesty, but it sounds pretty.
Yeah.
You know?
It does sound pretty, but it also sounds like you knew you made a mistake.
Oh yeah.
Because you also in the song sing about like you weren't looking for love in a friend.
Yeah.
Why, guys? Leave the friends in the
Oh,
friend zone.
leave them
Why?
You know, like, okay, to be honest, it wasn't even a situation like that. It just felt like after a while, like, I like you more as a friend.
Oh no.
You feel like
you
my
feel-
roommate.
You feel that way about the person, or the person feels that way about you?
I feel that way about the person. Maybe the person, you know, like maybe underlyingly that's what was happening. But yeah, I think it was also just a very like pivotal point in my life, because I was just like, damn, like when I made that song and I looked back, I was just like, yo, that's actually quite deep.
Yeah.
What's going on here is actually quite deep, and it's like I was in the situation and I made a song like that, and I was just like, I should probably pay attention to what I'm actually also saying, because I also feel like when I'm making songs, it's like I'm connecting to something higher, you know, like, and it's just like that all-knowing feeling is already there, so I should probably just listen to it. You know?
Yeah. That makes me think about, I don't know how to phrase this, but you talk a lot about how music is so spiritual to you, how like you reconnected with God after Testament. And I'm wondering, as someone who uses words a lot and you're singing these songs all the time, you're literally on tour, do you feel like there's a power in you repeating these words over and over to an audience?
Definitely.
And then those things repeating themselves in your life.
You know what's so insane? I was actually having this conversation yesterday.
Oh, really?
With another artist, where she was kind of saying how it's easy for her to make sad songs, and I said I can't relate. Like, making a sad, depressing song is very, very difficult for me. And also coming from a place where that was quite normal to me. I kind of felt it. Like, everything that I say in my songs usually manifest, which is quite scary, you know. So with Testament, also acknowledging like all these different like parts of, you know, myself. I try to keep a balance of like negativity and positivity, you know. Like, one also can't live without the other, you know. With Yumi and the 90s, I was very intentional with the message. Like, I do like get worried sometimes when I say things like, I had a feeling I knew it would end. Like, hey, that's deep. So I always like you know, like, I add a little positive one in there. You know. I do feel that words have power, you know, and that's why I think with Yumi and the 90s also, a lot of it is love, you know, because I'm also just in that phase where I don't really want any negative vibes around me. You know?
I get that. I was just thinking about how on this one-way ticket to nowhere, it sounds like you're so disappointed that you're like, and you want to take me there. Of all the places you can take me, you want to take me
there.
But I think if we follow the through line of Yumi and the 90s, we start off in this place where you're optimistic. You're like, come pick me up at my mom's house. Like, let's go.
Let's go.
And then it feels like hey, I want to be married to you. I want to
Literally.
be in your skin.
It's kind of like love bombing. Like, oh my
Yes.
God, marry me.
Yeah, like while you're meeting my mom there when you're picking me
Literally.
up, let's just make
Why
it
are you not
official.
phoning me? Why are you not calling me?
Then it's this trap phone. Then you're like, oh, I'm so lonely in in Love City because there's no one here to hold me. And then we go into like, yeah, but also you want to take me nowhere.
Yeah.
And then we go into like, let's go dance.
I left my man. Let's go.
Like, that's a crazy way to start a song, first of all.
Right?
Like, she's like, I left my man tonight.
Like,
Okay.
who said that?
And then you're kind of like talking about how you want a person to move and then encouraging other people that they should basically like boogie and take their cares away.
Hell yeah.
But then we're ending with you're willing to settle for someone who's like, oh, you want to choose my meals? Fine.
Yeah.
But you're not willing to settle for them checking your phone all the time.
Like, what are you doing?
So that song is called Settle Down. So tell me, like, is this just like the demise of a relationship? Because we start so optimistic and then we say, settle.
I think it's different phases of being in love.
Yeah.
Not even just being in a relationship, just experiencing love.
Yeah.
Before Settle Down, we have Yumi in the 90s, which is also very just like, I love you, love me back. I'm ready. But also like, I'm fine. Like,
which is wild because you just said you don't want to go on that trip to nowhere.
Yeah, but like,
but I love you.
But like, come over. Like, are you ready? Because I'm ready. Like, But also like, I'm fine without you. That little rap. Like, I'm gonna keep him tripping. Like, Settle Down is boundaries. I think it's something that I really struggled with.
Yeah.
Even within relationships, like even within friendships. And I think it was also necessary to lay some down, Settle Down is also like, Settle Down is such a crazy song. And everything that was going on at the time when I wrote it was honestly also just weighing on me so heavy that I went into the studio and I recorded Settle Down in one take.
Oh, wow.
And we tried to re-record it and make it pretty and add harmonies, and it just wasn't working. And Settle Down is one of the most authentic songs, if not the most authentic song on the project, because it's literally just me and the beat, nothing else, And I felt like after all of that craziness that just happened, like at the end of the day, you're gonna sit with yourself, and that's what Settle Down is also, like having that kind of clarity after like being on a crazy roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
I think it also kind of like ends the story quite nicely and puts it in a place of like, okay, what's next? Like, what else? And Settle Down it's also a little bit more alternative. It's a little bit more jazzy compared to the rest of it. So I feel like it was a pretty good conclusion.
Yeah. And it's a good segue into what is next.
Yeah.
What is next for you?
Whew.
It's like Voldemort. It's the word we will not say.
We don't want to say the A word.
Can you tell the people why, though, you don't want to put pressure on this word that we won't say?
Okay, so because of the feeling. I feel like throughout this conversation, I've just been talking about the feeling.
Yes.
Album feels scary, okay? I am working on my album, though. And it's going pretty good. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this new chapter of my career. It feels like this is only the beginning now. Like, it feels like I've put in all of the work to get to a place now where I know myself, I know my sound, and I know my message. So I'm really very excited.
Yeah. I'm also really excited because I feel like this EP for me is like, I got a glimpse of who you are as a person, but also like as a writer. And I feel like you really flexed your voice here. And I think in the past, and it's not just your music, I feel like we've had like this alternative new R&B kind of sound where people don't really want to open their mouths
Yeah.
when they
You
sing.
wanna sing already?
Yeah, and I think
I was
there's a
one of
time-
them.
I know. But
Yeah.
with this EP, it feels like you're saying, I can sing. I do
Yeah.
have a voice. Here it is.
Yeah.
And I'm so
Thank
excited to
you.
see what else you have in store for us. Because like I said, like this light that you have right now, carry it. Like
Thank you so
keep
much.
whatever you're doing, keep doing that. Like if it's your relationship with God, keep it, because it feels very much like something I want to play over and over and over.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me.
And they're gonna come for me like, oh, you like everything in the comments.
And that's okay. And what about it?
But yeah, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me.
Thank you for having me. This has been such
Um,
a fun chat.
I know.
Yeah.
When is this coming? This year?
You know what? No, definitely not. Definitely
Not
not.
this year? But you're off to Nairobi.
I'm getting so hot. Yeah, the album is gonna come when she's ready.
Okay.
She's a little baby, you know. Yeah, Nairobi.
I'm
so
bringing
excited.
it up because it feels like your true voice, your music now is taking you to places that,
Yes.
you know, are further than the
Yes.
flaws.
Exactly.
I think that's really exciting.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I am very grateful. I'm grateful that people are receiving the music so well. I also realized that you can't hide forever, you know. And I think a lot of people hide behind being misunderstood. And I think I'm tired of being misunderstood, you know. So, yeah.
It's because you're not 19 anymore.
Goodness gracious, thank
know?
God. Yo.
lordkez, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Helen. This is and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.